with you, and I think a lot of guys don't really understand this or they don't take it into consideration. And that's having control over your mind when it comes to anything. But specifically, I want to talk about having control of your mind when it comes to your fears and your doubts and all the things that you have when it comes to meeting a woman, when it comes to talking to a woman, approaching a woman, any of that. I want to tell you that whenever you are in fear of talking to a woman or approaching a woman, you have to understand that that fear did not come from you. That fear did not come from you because as a man, it's in our nature to pursue. It's in our nature to be adventurous, to go out there and get it. That's in our nature as men. That's just how we're hardwired. So when you have fear about doing what is natural and what is in our nature, that lets you know, and it should let you know, that you were programmed to do otherwise. You were programmed. And what I mean by that is your programming started as a young age where maybe your parents told you don't talk to strangers. Maybe you were sheltered. Maybe your parents told you, hey, you don't need to talk to girls. You need to worry about this. You need to focus on that, which I get. I understand, if you're young and you can't drive a vehicle, you don't need to be worrying about girls or anything like that. But as you get older, the thing is you start to take on labels that people give you. You start to take on labels that people give you. You start to believe the things and the lies that people tell you. And when it comes to approaching women and talk to women, you're taught to believe that she is above you. You're taught to believe that women are the prize. And how are you taught to believe that? You're taught to believe that because if you think about all of the movies that are out, all of the TV shows, cartoons, all of those things are subconsciously programming you. If you watch a show over and over, you watch a movie, you especially if you're around women, here's what happens. When you're around women, when you're growing up, when you're watching movies, when you're watching TV shows that are disempowering when it comes to being a man, the thing about that, what you don't realize is that gets embedded subconsciously in your mind at a young age. So you could be 10, 11, 12 years old and you're watching movies and you're watching TV shows that make men look like they're stupid, make men look like they're clueless, make men look like they're worthless. And it may be a funny movie, it may be a funny show, but what you don't realize is that is getting embedded into your mind subconsciously, year after year, decade after decade. And so when it comes time to talk to women, approach women, what happens is what? You don't think that you're good enough. You don't think that you're good enough because, not because that's you, you don't think that you're good enough because you've been programmed to think that you're not good enough. Why do you think that some people are able to do magnificent things, right? If you're a guy watching this, why do you think that Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson, why do you think that they were able to succeed at a high level when it came to their sport? Or we could talk about anybody that plays a sport at a high level. Why are they able to succeed at a high level? They're able to succeed at a high level is because they've been programmed to succeed at a high level. I'm going to say that again. They have been programmed to succeed at a high level. And how does that programming start? It started at a young age. Maybe their coach, their parent, whoever it was, maybe they started with affirmations. You're the greatest. You're a champion. You're a winner. It started like that. And then as they got older, hey, what else did they do? They started practicing their sport over and over. They got good at it. They got good at it, and that was proof that what they were told, the affirmations that were said to them, that was proof that, hey, that is true. I am the greatest. I am a champion. And it showed up by how they performed in their individual sports. Now, how do I relate this to you and women? Well, if you've been programmed to think that women are everything, to put women on a pedestal, that women are greater than you, guess what? That's what you think on a subconscious level. So what happens? You end up behaving in a way that proves that. So your behavior around women proves that you think and believe that women are greater than you, that you're shy, you're timid, that you don't know any better. You start to believe all those things that have been programmed into you. And here's the crazy part. The crazy part is when you do approach a woman, when you do talk to a woman, when you try to get in a relationship with a woman, it doesn't work out. Here's the thing. You don't have, number one, like I said earlier, you didn't have those positive affirmations that were told to you. You were programmed by TV, the media, and other women that did not have the best intentions for you, right? Their bad relationships and things that they experience with men that were not shit, you hear that and you think that that's you, but that's not you. And so what happens? Now you don't have the right mindset when it comes to approaching women, talking to women. But when you do approach women, when you do talk to women, it's not the right type of practice because you are off of the wrong mindset. Give me a thumbs up if you get what I'm trying to say. I'm talking about how your mind is controlled and programmed for you to fail as a man when it comes to dating. That's how it starts. And so here's the crazy thing. When you continue, when you continue to listen to and believe all the negativity and the disempowering beliefs that someone told you because maybe they had a failed relationship, maybe they failed at dating, or maybe they just never dated at all. Maybe they never had a relationship. That rubs off on you because now that you're with somebody or you're around other men or guys, I don't even say men, when you're around those people, you have to understand that their ideology will rub off on you sooner or later. And if that ideology is not rooted in facts and it's not rooted in proof and there's nothing positive about it, you have to understand that that's going to be detrimental to you. You have to understand that. Wherever you hang around, if you trust them or you're just around them all the time, just like I said, if you're always watching TV, movies, things that are disempowering when it comes to men, guess what? That's going to be programmed into your subconscious mind, and you start to behave in a way that proves what you've been taught and what you've been programmed. It starts to prove that that's correct. Now, to change all of that, what you have to do is you have to stop looking at anything. You have to stop looking at anything that is disempowering when it comes to being a man, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to dating, marriages. Stop looking at that stuff. Stop looking at anything that's disempowering. Stop listening to anything or anyone who is doing the same thing. So if you have a buddy that has a failed marriage, or you have a buddy that know how to talk to women, or he fails around women, and he tells you all the negative things